Hey guys, today let us learn something about the few very important topics in mathematics for SLC examination. Maybe we'll be feeling how to study the entire topics, the chapters and all. So let us simplify it further and see what are the very important topics that will make sure that you get passing marks. The first thing is, let us see 8, that is one will be MCQs. Then we will have 1 mark questions, that is 8 questions, and then we will have 2 markers, 8 questions, which is 16 marks, and there are 9 questions of 3 markers, that is 27 marks, and there are 4 questions of 4 marks, that will make 16, and there will be 1 question with 5 markers, that will make 5. That will give you 80 marks for the entire topics or entire. So I said the paper will be for 80 marks. Now you know you can't study for the entire 80 marks just like that. So let us simplify it. How do we do it? So I said 4 into 4, there are 16 marks. There are 4 questions which will give you 16 marks. In that, the first question will be your theorem. And how many theorems do we have here? We have 3 theorems mainly which are most important. That is your Pythagoras theorem, your AA criterion theorem, or your area theorem. So out of these 3 itself, you will have 1 question for sure, no matter what. And the next thing will be from the chapter called linear equations. In linear equations, you have to solve it graphically. That's the question which will come for 4 marks. So here you can see from this you will get 4 marks, and from this also you will get easily 4 marks. That will get you 8 marks easily. Because we know we are only studying 3 different questions, and here just one topic, that is solving graphically. In solving graphically, you know there will be 2 equations. Let me give an example like something like this. So we'll shift that y part to the other part. So you can see here you will get 4 marks from this, 4 marks from this also. Why is it 4 marks easy? Because we know you have only studying just 3 different theorems, and here the solution will be based on that. So let us take an example as x plus y equals to 3. So how do we solve it? We'll just shift the x part, that will make us 3 minus x. Now you know you will take few values for x as 0, 1, 2, 3, then you will find y, and then you just plot it, and you know wherever these 2 lines meet, that will be your answer. So that's why this 4 marks and this 4 marks are very important to get in your exam. So now let us come to 3 mark questions. In 3 markers, as I said, there are 9 questions, but if you feel it difficult to study all the 9, let us see first what are the important things. In this also, we'll have a theorem from the chapter called circles. So what is that theorem? That theorem is based on the tangent. So you know there's only one theorem based on the tangent, that is prove that the tangents drawn from the external points are equal. So that will be there for this 3 marks. Then from statistics, you have one thing, either finding mean, median or mode. That will be for 3 marks. And the second part from this only, you have drawing the Vajra. So you know in Vajra we have just LCF 1 or MCF 1. So 99% we know it will be most probably this itself. So that's why here also you know it is 3 marks easy, 3 marks is totally 6 marks. Now let us come to one more question. From this you know you also have a separate thing called as constructions from the chapter triangles. Right? So from the construction, they'll be giving you like finding draw the triangle based on the what do you call it as ratio. It will be 3 by 5 or 4 by 3. So something like that. So this will be construction part. So overall how many marks? 9 marks. From the previous one, it was 8. So almost about 17 marks. But wait, the things are not over yet. We have still a few more questions which will make your work more easy. So we said 17 marks. Guys, you missed the mathematics wrong. Here I said there are 2 questions. So you will have 2 questions from statistics itself. That will make you overall 20 marks. Got it? Okay. Now coming back to 2 markers questions. You will have the first or other question will be prove root 2 is irrational. This is very important question because they might not give you only root 2. It can be root 3, root 5 also. But when you understand to solve it, we know just replacing 2 with 3, 5, all the answers will remain the same. If not, they'll give you root 3 plus root 5 is irrational. this will be more easier than compared to this. So you can refer to the textbooks, that will give you a better understanding. But this is what is more important in this chapter. And this chapter will be from real numbers. These topics are from real numbers. Then you have next question will be from polynomials. In polynomials, you will have long division method. Means if they give you two different equations or polynomials, you will divide one with the other thing. That is also very important in this question will be. Here also you will be wondering, don't we have any construction? Yes, we have construction in this also. Construction from the chapter of circles, where you have to construct the external tangents from the given. The next question will be linear equation. Solve your linear equation in a suitable method. I would suggest you people to study the elimination method. That will be more easier for you people to learn it. So it will be elimination method. Simple method to solve it. This is from linear equation. We also have something called with quadratic equations. In quadratic equation, they will give you solve using formula. So for any equation which is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a is not equal to 0, you know to find the value of x, it is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So if you know this formula, if for any equation, you can easily solve it and you will get the value of. And the next one will be from the chapter called probability. So in probability, you know you have just one formula. Probability of any event will be what? Number of favorable event divided by the total number of events. That will be the question. Or might be with this one, probability of an event plus probability of not an event is equals to 1. If you know this equation, we can easily shift these things. If I want probability of an event, it will be 1 minus p of not an event. It can be any other way. So this will be the part from the probability chapter. So you know how many marks did we cover now? 4 into 2, that is 8 marks. Then 3 into 4 question, that was 12 marks. Then 2 into, let us skip just 5 more questions itself, so it will be 10. How many marks will you get totally? If you add it, it will be 13 marks. And how much do you need for passing? You just need 28 marks. So just by studying how many? Just 9 to 10 questions. Passing is not at all a big deal. Apart from this, we have so many other topics also. For 4 markers, as I said, there are 4 questions, but we discussed just 2 questions, that was theorem and the graph. The other 2 questions will be from arithmetic progression and the other one will be from trigonometry. So these are the 2 topics from this. Also, I said there is one question that will be from the chapter called surface areas and volume. There is very rare cases where you will have an exchange of this question with arithmetic progression. If there is a question from this chapter in 4 markers, then this will come in the AP will come in the 5 markers. So most probably this will be the question for the 5 markers. So that's why, and not only here if you know all just the formulas at least, you can also study these formulas for 1 marker question. They'll give you, write the formula for a surface area of a cone, surface area of a cylinder, all those things. So there also will be helpful for you people. For other 3 and 2 marker questions, you will have from the trigonometry chapter. Then you will have it from coordinate geometry. In coordinate geometry, here also it will be easier for you people if you just know the distance formula or use the section formula, or sometimes they'll ask you for proving it as a collinear. So these are the topics that will be coming from the chapter of coordinate geometry. And you will also have it from the word problems. The word problems, you will have 2 or 3 questions based on the chapters from linear equations, quadratic equations, and after linear and quadratic equation, the other part of it will be find the area of shaded region. This will be given like this triangle and a square, circle, of these things. So there will be shading parts. Not only these things, there is one more question I think you will have it something like this, where you will only find the shading part, area and all. So these are the important questions from area, finding the area of the shaded. And from the chapter of probability also, you can expect 2 marker questions. As I said before itself, you know the formula will be P of E is what? n of E by n of S. So based on this only, you will have the probability questions. So either for 2 markers or 1 markers also will have these questions. Not only from this, for 1 markers, you know, the first 8 questions are your MCQs. So it will be very easy for you people to analyze the questions. It's not that difficult also. After this, the next part will be your 8 1-marker questions, which you have to solve it and write, not like the MCQs. So here in this will be, you can expect the questions from probability again and finding the HCF and LCM. So those kind of easy questions which you can answer it in 1 minute. That will be the questions from this topic. When you see all these questions and the details what I said, I believe that people will be feeling happy that the passing of mathematics subject in SLC is not at all a tough task at all. You still have a lot of time to study. In these days, please study and go through all these topics, and also go through with the few question papers that you will be able to download it from the Google websites and few from the board websites itself. So guys, all the best for your examination. Be strong, be focused on your studies, and just don't lose hope. All the best once again.